Hello there, sweet cherries. Today, testnet version 4 has been implied for PulseChain. And I want to tell you something very important, friends, before we go through this. No matter when PulseChain gets released, I want you to understand you are not being denied price gains. Do you understand? Whether it launches today or yesterday or tomorrow or last year. No matter what we do, we are shackled by the price of Ethereum and Bitcoin. Look at this. Just in. Ricardo Corazon tweets that PulseChain will give a higher network percent staking than Ethereum plus burning. Now, I'm not exactly sure how it might work. You might actually be able to get like 20 or 30%, if not all of the Greg origin address stakes at the start, which would be a great honeymoon yield, is what I mentioned here. I think a honeymoon yield rate will be given to early hodlers to help PLS price support. So now you're really going to ask me, you're going to point that water pistol to my face and you're going to say, "Excuse me, kind sir, how is a high inflation rate enticing holders?" It's a reward. Ricardo and Greg, when they sit together in a dusty room and they plan war strategy, they know people love yield. We want a number go up. What matters more than USD appreciation is your quantity of what you're actually holding. That actually matters more because you have a speculation point in the future that it's going to be worth more. In another way, if you had 5 diamonds, you would love another way to collect another diamond, right? Having a high yield will entice people not to dump at the start, if what I say is true. But also, shout out to Baby Doll Baby Cake Pumpkin Pie, KDP, smashing out all the Twitter tweets, right? We have a version testnet for V4 and a lot of people getting a bit frustrated. But look, friends, we're going to go through this. Just chill out, put your pants on, take them off, put them back on. Family-friendly show. Look, at the end of the day, the numbers are the same. So I just did a theoretical here and it's kind of funny. Everyone lost their mind again. So I can't fit everything into the space here, friends. I have to simplify stuff. Look at this. I've mentioned here, if PulseChain gets to the size of Arbitrum today, so today's price of Arbitrum, PLS is 18x from day one sack. PulseX is 4.5x, okay? Roughly, if the testnet ratios kind of hold, which is about 1 to 4, right? So I also speculate here, if PulseChain gets to BNB size, then that would be a 92x from the day one sacrifice. PulseX would be about 25x. Hex would be very juicy too because of the ratios. Look, friends, this is the important part of my whole message here. I've said if it gets to the size of them today, all right, we are still in a depression zone. Everyone is frowning. You got to remember, they are going to appreciate in the future. There are people going to be FOMO degenning. Don't forget, Arbitrum have unlocks coming out in 1 year starting. It's a 4-year unlock for all the VCs who are on side 200x, 700x. They have every single motivation you can think of to shill Arbitrum coin, the wonderful useless governance token for fake decentralization. They have every single motivation, every incentive to do the shilling in 2024 around their unlocks. So just to let you know, everyone's playing the game. They did not, this is not a fluke. They know, hey, let's put the token unlocks around the Bitcoin halvening. Do you think they're silly willies? Do you think they're silly willies? Answer that me. Now, and also in the comment section, please, again, confirm our friendship. Do you honestly think these people coincidentally sat down with a calendar and like, let's put our unlocks around the Bitcoin halvening by chance? Come on, man. They know the game. Everything's going to go up. We're too cheap. But these numbers are pretty good. And by the way, this is if they get to them today. If these coins do another 5 to 10x from here, then yeah, you're going to get PLS 100 to 200x easy. If everything keeps matching and we keep growing. Okay. Also, look at this, friends. So look, you got to understand this, okay? I'm here to help you as a messenger, as a friend. No grifting, no shilling, just friendship. So in crypto, I know this is obvious, but you're going to have to hear it again, right? Common investment thinking will never get you uncommon results. So specifically, if you want a deep value moonshot, if you want the reward of that, you need to be going against the crowd. And that's what I do here, friends. I'm letting you know, I fade the influencers. I fade them. Okay? Have you ever seen those really entrepreneurial people? They always have like a life story, and they're like, oh, you know, like I was selling lemonade as a kid, and then I came across this rich dude, and he was like making a lot of money, and I thought, hey, if someone like that can do it, I can too. Now, in many aspects of life, we don't have that confidence. Maybe when it comes to sport or businesses or art or acting or whatever it is. But I'm just telling you now, I feel this in my bones, in my knees, in my pointy elbows, in my earlobes. I feel it in crypto. I see papyrus hands, toilet paper hands, making a living, holding. And I know if they can do it, I can do it too. Now, I've already been here for a full cycle, so it didn't take long for the market to show itself and reward me. But I'm letting you know, like, I've so much confidence. These people have absolutely no idea what they're doing. They say the perfect words to convey that they do, but I've seen their wallets. I can read their personalities. They're all scum. They don't actually hold. They don't have the balls and the ovaries to hold and believe in what Metcalfe's law is, people joining the networks, crypto going up, the money printing, all the recessions, the Ponzi fiat system. They don't really actually believe in it. They say the right words to market to us to get us to watch their videos, but they're full of poop. And if they can do it, we can do it too, okay? We have peanut brains, and we're going to make it to the end. So if you want to make it with me, we fade the influencers. You buy in the depression, which is what you've already done. If you didn't buy in the depression, you hold. Holding is the same as buying in the depression if you're fully maxed out and you don't have any more cash savings to put in. Okay? You can always squeeze in a couple extra $100 here and there. Always try to do that, right? I buy the cults. I buy the religions. I don't care what people say to me. They're always wrong. No one's ever come to me and said, hey, I've done this research. The network's growing. Here we go. And you know when they do, this is the sad part. When they do tell me this, I will have a much longer time frame than the people who shill it to me in the first place. I'm always like, okay, this would be great. Hold for 2.5 years. They're holding for like a double, 80% gain. You're not going to make it doing that. You're not. So don't worry. Be happy. Okay. Now, PulseChain Testnet version 4, right? And I've got to reiterate to you, friends. I promise to you now. All right. PulseChain can have 10 testnets. I don't care. And it doesn't matter, all right? What only matters is the Bitcoin and Ethereum price. I promise you that. So to reiterate, if Ricardo Corazon, if he keeps delaying and delaying and delaying, I'm telling you, he is not delaying your future price gains. We cannot launch in a poopy face McPoopy market and get sick gains. We can't. I know in the Hex PulseChain community, we have a lot of confidence and energy and passion. However, the real juice of adoption and people joining the network, it will only come to us. You'll be able to drink that sweet, cold juice with 3 ice cubes. It will only come off the back of big, fat, green monthly candles for Bitcoin and Ethereum. And I want to promise you, friends, as well, I have seen many coin projects, okay? I watched them, man. I watched them, baby dolls, in the bear market. I was born in a bear market, all right? I've watched them. They release amazing news, amazing fundamentals. And guess what? Market doesn't care. The range always gets faded. They pop up, they pop down and go, oh, wow, we're finally going to disconnect. No, it's a fake out. Come back down with the rest of the market. Every single time. I've never seen anyone release amazing God tier news and the stock just runs and runs and runs and runs and runs. Nah, doesn't happen. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Okay, you got to play the game. You got to understand the game. We can't do anything. So that's the price we pay for the friendship and love we get from Bitcoin and Ethereum going up. If you want the sick gains, you have to accept that we are shackled to them. Hopefully not forever, but that's what it is today. Okay. So as long as you understand that, there's no reason to get upset at all. You can feel like, oh, I want it out now. I want it out now too. All right. But we're not actually going to get your 10, 20, 30x. You're not going to get that burst. You need Bitcoin and Ethereum clearing higher prices. You need Bitcoin above 30K. You need Ethereum above $2,000. You need that. People will buy Hex at 20 cents because it's going to feel cheaper than 2 cents. I promise you that. And they're going to do it when Ethereum is 2,600. That's just what's going to happen. Okay. So you're going to see Hex wake up when Bitcoin and Ethereum rise. And with that, the PulseChain and PulseX prices as well. So really at the end of the day, man, I got the best memes. I have the freaking best cute meme. Look at this cute little kitty. Mr. Kitty. We had a neighbor's cat, by the way. His name was Bob. He looked exactly like this. And I miss him so much. He got a little eye infection. He couldn't come visit us anymore. We used to feed him every day. He loved my mum's chicken. Oh, I miss you, Sir Bobby. So, 2023, friends, it's going to be a green candle year, but it's still going to feel like we're going to zero every 30 days. Now, you're going to feel terrible, and so am I, but really, I have a very strong, healthy libido. Very strong, because I know we're still early. And what I mean by that is, if you make mistakes, maybe you buy a lottery ticket here and there, maybe you buy the top of a range, you have so much ahead to rescue you. There is so much potential, so many people are on the sidelines, you don't understand. And by rescue, I mean for them to come, swoop up your price, and you'll be like, wow, it came back, right? You haven't felt that yet. You haven't felt that yet of making a mistake, which is quote unquote buying a top of a range. Because, you're here for the long term, but it sucks when it goes down. But you're going to actually feel excitement and also join in with me on the strong libido boost when you feel that first rescue. Bitcoin and Ethereum come back, the market comes back, and you're going to realize this is not 2022. We are in a new cycle. Okay? But we're still going to get that green candle, but it's just the start. Okay? Now, no matter what we do, friends, we got to talk bananas today. So no matter what we do, just expect this year, you're going to have a small banana. It's going to be a healthy banana, but it's not going to be the size of 2025's banana, because that's the goal at the end of the day. We want to make it to 2025. I've checked the calendar. It still says 2023. Okay. And look how early we are, man. Ethereum only has 450,000 daily active users. Yes, that is such a small number. Like, at least give us 1 million. At the top of 2021, it was only 850,000 daily active users. Like, for the power that crypto and blockchain has in all these smart contracts, like, man, when we start hitting the multiple millions, okay, then our brains are going to start exploding. But we are so early compared to that, right? No one in crypto's even realized this yet. Just imagine when the stock market boomers stop wasting their time trying to make 2% every 3 years, okay? So most of our crypto projects that we love, the strong network effects, we all know they deserve more users, but they're going to come later. Why? Bitcoin and Ethereum are going to be higher prices. All the moon boys come. You need them, okay? You need them. We all need them. So at the end of the day, what do? Well, if you want to participate, PulseChain, Hex, Testnet, whatever, I have consistent policy for anyone out there. This is not any advice, I'm telling you, I would be market buying any Hex under 10 cents. No bids, no nothing. Just clip market. Don't care. This reminds me of 2019 for Bitcoin. Anything under 10K, right? Because back then I thought Bitcoin was going to 100K, 180K in the next cycle. Okay, so I just thought anybody, market buy anything under 10K. Don't even think about it. And that's right. It was right. And effectively what you end up doing is you train yourself to be comfortable, because you might get a new round of money in the next 6 months and you might be able to buy it at 13 cents. Who knows? After a big dip, who knows? And you be able to increase your stack. So I'm doing this to help you stay in the market longer, all right? And really all we're doing is we're avoiding being in the cope zone. The cope zone are the people who buy at 25 cents hoping for $2.50, because then that will eventually transform to people buying at 80 cents hoping for $8. But eventually the party's going to stop somewhere, okay? But you want to avoid that by buying under 10 cents. That's how you avoid that. You hedge yourself by getting in early. And you got to think multiple years, right? You got to be a baby doll, baby cake. So look how easy we have it, okay? We're going to look at this, okay? There's this coin here. This hurts so much, right? So whenever you hear a success story in crypto, know that there are 1,000 others that did not make it. Okay, I've seen the tears, the blood, the ghosts, right? They're floating around the graveyard, friends. They buy tickets of legit looking teams, and I've bought plenty. The website's cool. The team looks cool. The utility, the project. Oh, we're going to do this proper use case. Utility. And then rugged. Coin goes nowhere, just rugged, okay? They unlock the coins for themselves. They rug the liquidity. They're being dumped in the whole time. There's always something. Doesn't matter, okay? So you got to stick to your strong core crypto now, because there will be dips. It will be shaky. You need the confidence to hold through any Bitcoin and Ethereum pullback. And you have to look at, is your coin, is your community, are they passionate and strong? You know, I get asked all the time, why don't you talk about other coins? Oh, I'll tell you why. They're trash. They're absolutely trash. That's why. When I go on Twitter, I want to know if there's a freaking army liking when I tag them. I want that. That is my competitive edge. I can sleep at night like a witchel baby because there is an army of people showing me the network. We can feel it. No one cares about Litecoin. No one cares about XLM Stellar. No one cares. Polkadot and Kusama, they're trying to rally. There's so many other coins out there. They are forgotten, lost in time. The number one sin in crypto is to become irrelevant. And that's it. It's a popularity contest. We are a super long duration asset. And look, Xmon did very, very big returns, by the way. This return was huge. And look what happened. We have a story here. A friend bought Xmon. We can zoom in here. A friend bought Xmon. He paid $90,000. Oh, at $90,000 because he liked the coin. And he's now asking me why the coin is down to $2,000. This is just going to happen everywhere. Everywhere. So there are 55,000 coins. I sleep at night knowing I have coins where I'm like, yeah, the communities are super mega strong and they can give me a 30 banger. If you think a 30x is not good enough, then you are being a little girl. Because if you invested 3 months of your salary, 3 months of your income, which is 0.25 years, if you invested that and you make a 30x, you get 7.5 years of your salary on the winner. Isn't that cracker? That's how you should be thinking, right? My little peanut brain with cute little salt on it, rolling around in my skull with empty space. This is how I think. You can't be thinking, oh, I've got $50. Oh, I've got 5,000. I don't care. The numbers mean nothing. It's all about your time. You're doing this to beat the rat race, not play around in it and swim with the rats. Okay? So, friends, at the end of the day, the test nets can be infinite. It doesn't really matter. You know what's up. This price stuff, this is nothing. This is nothing. We're rolling around, hex price. Nothing matters more than the Bitcoin and Ethereum price. That's why I've always been saying, right, just put this on a monthly. When Ethereum hits this zone again, right, when we go into this zone of friendship and kindness, you will introduce people who they did not want to buy altcoins down here. My favorite crypto project. They did not want to put in $500. People very close to me, I said, man, just throw in an extra 500. Go, no, I hate crypto. I hate it. Mark my words on the chalkboard. When Ethereum hits up here, their $500 clip, they're like, hey, man, I got 25K. How high do you think this is going? I promise you, yes, the clips get that big. I've seen it time and time again because now they're with the crowd. Remember my tweet? I said, we are going against the crowd. Here, only 5 to 10% of people, right? We are completely deranged delusionals. In fact, I'm going to get a water pistol. I'm going to get a water pistol emoji here to show you. This is literally the lands we're living here, okay? This is the lands we roam here. We get so depressed, so deranged, mental delusion to the extreme. These depression prices give you the highest reward, but you want to squirt a water pistol to your head. I like that no one else is in the edge with me. I like being in that space because I know that's where the highest rewards are. Been in this game 12 years. The next group of people, they're the next 25%. They come here. Now they have the backing of everyone. They're like, oh, wow. So what happens is the people who come in here, they talk to people like me and they say, hey, Mr. Peanut Brain, sir, or madam, what's your target? And I say, well, man, I think Ethereum's going towards 8 to 10,000. I think Hex is going over $1. Chainlink's going over $100. I think Bitcoin's 80 to 100K. I think total crypto market cap's going to 8 to 10 trillion. And when they start hearing my numbers, they're like, oh my God, all right, so this guy is right. So what they do is they feel more comfortable. They're like, hey, okay, you deserve the 30x down here. They're going to be happy with the 4x. That's what happens. And of course, unfortunately, the people who come at the very, very end, they're the ones who get destroyed. The final, 60%, they play around here. Okay, all around here. They come at the very, very top. So you got to decide, where do you want to be? If you're long and strong, we don't have to do anything. But this is how we adjust our expectations. We sleep comfortably at night knowing we are the 5 to 10%. Tell your mum and your dad you love them, friends.